Evelyn here, welcome back to the channel. Sleepy as always, Luna. This week we are back to some pattern drafting, and it's a pattern drafting tutorial that sometimes people can find a little bit tricky because there is some math involved. However, I've tried to make this as accessible as possible, but if you do have any questions or queries, just pop them into the comments below and I will endeavour to help you. It is the perfect pattern to be adding to your pattern stash, especially with this beautiful weather we are having going into spring and summer. Yes, I'm talking about circle skirts. So come along with as always, sleepy Luna and I as we create a pattern block for half, 3/4 and full circle skirts. How does that sound? Do you fancy a circle skirt of your own? Yeah, I think you'd look cute in a circle skirt. So let's talk supplies. To draft your circle skirt block, you will need some pattern paper, some paper scissors, a ruler and tape measure, a pencil and eraser, and a marker pen. As always, I will be using marker pen throughout so that you can see, but I do suggest starting in pencil. Today we only need two measurements, our waist measurement and the length you want your skirt to be. We will be doing a little bit of math today, but I promise you I will hold your hand throughout and it will be completely painless. And to explain that math, I would like to introduce you to this. Welcome to Nerd Corner, where today we are doing some math. And yes, I can hear those exasperated screams of terror, but I promise you we can do this. Today the math we are concerned with is pi, or pi, which is the geometric ratio of a circle's diameter to its circumference. It is a mathematical constant which is most commonly rounded to 3.142. Looking at our circle skirts, the inner circle is our waist measurement. From the inner to the outer circle is your desired skirt length. To create our pattern, we use pi to calculate the radius of our waist measurement. And it's this very measurement that we plot from the corner of our paper to create our circle skirt patterns. See, that wasn't so painful after all, was it? Now you can call yourself a mathematician. So without further ado, grab your calculator and let's do this math. For your half circle skirt, divide your waist measurement by 3.142. For your 3/4 circle skirt, divide your waist measurement by 4.71. And for your full circle skirt, divide your waist measurement by 6.28. Looking at your pattern paper, it needs to be as wide as your half circle skirt radius plus your skirt length. Width-wise, it needs to be twice that measurement. To begin, fold your pattern paper in half widthways like so, and place this fold to the right. It is along the bottom of this folded edge that we are going to plot our radii. To begin, use your ruler to plot your full circle skirt radius coming out from that bottom folded corner like so. I am using a 50% scale here just so the pattern paper fits in the shot. Pivot your ruler to plot that measurement all the way around that bottom corner and then join the points like so. Next, we are going to measure out from that quarter circle that we just created, plotting the desired length of our skirt. Pivoting our ruler once more, we are plotting the length measurement all around, then joining the points once more. We are then going to repeat the same process, starting with the measurements for our 3/4 skirt. Firstly, plotting the radius from that bottom corner, and then plotting the length of our skirt from that created quarter circle. Then, yes, you guessed it, we are going to do the same once more, but this time plotting the measurements for our half circle skirt. And when you have finished, your pattern will look something like this. Keeping the pattern paper folded in half, we are now going to cut out the pattern. Using a tracing wheel, I transferred the markings to the other half of my pattern paper, which now looks like this. And there you have it, a circle skirt block giving your measurements for full, 3/4 and half circle skirts. Remember, there is no seam allowance, so you will need to add this either to your pattern at the inner and outer edges or to your fabric when cutting out. Speaking of cutting out, let's look at how you cut out a circle skirt. With super wide fabric, you can simply fold the fabric in half lengthways and then widthways, placing a quarter of your full circle skirt pattern onto that top folded corner. With fabric that isn't as wide, you can simply fold the fabric in half like so, placing the half pattern on that folded edge. Remember to add those seam allowances. This is imperative here because you will need to cut along one of these folds eventually to create your zipper opening. And if you haven't added your seam allowance, your skirt will be too small. So definitely do not forget this. With the narrowest of fabrics, you may have to place your pattern piece along the entire width of the unfolded fabric like so. In the absence of multiple spare free hours to create lots of circle skirts and also not wanting to ruin future projects, I enlisted the help of a very special model this week to demonstrate the circle skirts for you. Say hello to Ariel. Yes, here is the Little Mermaid, sporting here for us the half circle skirt. And as the name suggests, to create this skirt, you only need to cut out one full half of your half circle skirt pattern. And now Ariel is modelling a 3/4 circle skirt, which you can see is much fuller than the half circle skirt. And once again, as the name suggests, you need to cut out 3/4 of your 3/4 circle skirt pattern to create this skirt. And finally, here is Ariel sporting a full circle skirt, and you can see how wonderfully voluminous this skirt is. As the name suggests, to create a full circle skirt, you have to cut out a full circle. So you need to cut out 2 halves of your full circle skirt pattern. So there you have it, how to create your very own circle skirt block pattern. And Luna and I are very excited to say that you will be needing this pattern for projects coming up on the channel very shortly, so stay tuned for those. But until next week, have a fabulous week, and from a sleepy Luna and I, bye bye. Tired girl again. Is it time for a cuppa? It's time for a cuppa. It's always time for a cuppa, isn't it? Love you, darling. Good girl. Yeah. This week it's time for some more pattern drafting. Maybe not. But it's the perfect project to add to your pattern drafting arsenal just before spring and summer get in. Yes, hello, you beautiful girl. And that is circle skirt drafting. So come with a very excited Luna and I promise I'm going to make this as easy as possible. But if you should have any problems, just pop me a comment in the comments box below and I'll try my best to help you. But careful. This pattern block is going to come in very handy. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah. So there you go, how to create your... Right then, see ya.